my heart hurts because we're at the end of Jessica Jones. Some things just end earlier than you would have loved them to, and Jessica Jones, I could deal with several more seasons, honestly, but goddamn the Marvel Netflix connection. Yeah, hello everyone, Liam Catterson here. We're going to be starting the final season of Jessica Jones. My heart's broken. Yeah, this is the first episode called The Perfect Burger, and even though things are really, really sad with the fact that we're about to delve into the first episode of the final season, it's also pretty exciting as well, because Jessica Jones is a really, really amazing show, and she's my favourite Defender. But not just that, though. For me, I have not the foggiest what this season could entail. I mean, apart from Hellcat, which was teased at the end of season 2, I've not watched the trailer whatsoever because it came out last week. It came out on a Thursday, the day that I am usually unoccupied, but Marvel hates me, so it's a running joke, don't worry. Yeah, and I couldn't react to it the following day because internet repairs and all of that, so my internet was out for most of the day. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to do something which I don't usually do for shows that are returning and all of that. I'm not going to react to the trailer. I'm going to go into this completely fresh because I usually react to trailers anyways. So I thought, why not have a bit of a change of pace for once this time? So yeah, it's going to be very, very exciting to go into this not knowing what could happen and all of that, apart from Hellcat. So yeah, and the fact that they might have an ending as well, because this show is more prepared than the other shows. Like, they were just axed when, like, Daredevil had plans for season 4, and yeah, so at least this has a definitive ending apparently. So yeah, this is also coming out every Sunday, one episode every Sunday, and if you're watching this right now, then episode 2 will be available on Patreon as well as the extended reaction if you want to check that out. But yeah, I thought this was going to come out in the fall, if anything. So it was like a bit of a surprise when I had my summer schedule announced and Netflix was like, oh, yeah, we're late to the party. So yeah, and Sunday was feeling a bit unappreciated because every other day I have videos coming out. So yeah, Sunday's going to get Jessica Jones so it can have a bit more love. But yeah, with that said, let's check out the beginning of the end. Let's go on with Jessica Jones episode 1. Don't mind me, I'm not crying. I'm not crying.
Some things you look at and you think, perfect. There's no question. It's just right.
Like a bottle of whiskey.
Other things are clearly wrong.
Like my face.
But right and wrong aren't a PI's...
Hey, look. Don't make me get physical.
Yeah, this is...
Quit messing around.
There we go. That was the worst idea to put your hands on Jessica. Dude needs his eyesight checked. I'm kidding.
Captain America would never have done this.
Cassie, sweetheart. Oh,
No, he would have just
so
stared at
worried.
himself
Thank
and
you
say,
so
yeah,
much.
that is
Yeah.
America's ass.
Thanks.
Bottomy, real noble, taking advantage of a single mom.
Oh boy.
Your sliding
Yeah,
scale
she's
fee just
she's
slid
starting to see
You
the
third-rate
father's
Joe
point.
Jet wannabe.
Oh boy.
Vito, I saved the girl.
Wish I had been there.
You would have taken a better video.
Me too. I used to
Door
have a
still
bad
fixed.
company. No, not a gang,
Woo.
but there was this one really controlling person.
No.
Hey, this
Color, sans the fleas.
Get rid of it.
Hey, this investigation's
No, this
done
person doesn't
good.
kill me.
I didn't want it. But she passed it down to me like a trick elbow.
So she's
Now it's
kinda...
everything I have of hers.
She's taking up more of a hero responsibility. See, it's not that bad. Could be red, but yeah. Oh, Yeah, because she didn't... Was it the black market she searched? This is going to be heartbreaking going through this ALS. I mean, it was last season. I imagine it's only going to get even more heartbreaking. Like it is now. Oh, Jesus, patience! She's just got out of bed! I mean, if it stops her from knocking on the door repeatedly, then...
I don't want to be here any more than you want me here. But 24 hours ago, Trish just fell off the map. What a hideous piece of furniture.
I love
Screw
it.
Well,
yeah, I
should have
do
seen it
too.
coming.
Screw
She's
you.
been late for save her life.
Been there, done that. Get out.
Difference is you can. The thing is, you can choose your family.
Trish was the only good thing about you.
And you obviously have not been paying attention to the past 2 seasons of Jessica Jones.
To slip me the pills without me knowing.
Are we talking
need
what
a
I
friend,
think?
Jessica.
We're friends.
Okay.
Is she talking what I think she's
Name your
talking
price.
about?
Why ask me?
Because of your ability to make hard choices.
Like killing someone. I've done it before, so it should be easy.
Those are different circumstances. I am asking you to do
This
this.
is euthanasia, isn't it?
Blow the surprise. And not enough. You probably just puke it up, but hey, if you're lucky, maybe you'll choke on your own vomit.
What, do you think this is funny?
Let's give it
my
a little test run.
God,
You don't know what this is like. You have no
I gotta
idea.
get it right.
Get it.
Holy shit! It's a hard thing for Hogarth to accept.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man. It won't happen again. Thank you, buddy. You're doing God's work, man.
This is the 3rd time? Yeah, you can't believe him. Oof. I mean, the victim... That's the best victory he could have gotten.
It definitely changed me. Looks like it changed Trish, too.
It's not easy. Well, it can be for some people,
You're
but...
late as usual.
You're a boil on humanity's ass.
She was your conscience. You must miss that.
You just need this. Exactly, you're just goading at her.
Rude.
You have the audacity to go rude. I was it. Oh, shoot. Ooh. That's bad. Plus side, it wasn't sent.
Trish has everything she needs for a stakeout.
She's occupying this place to hunt.
What is she looking for?
I mean, she's a cat. So who's the bird?
And who is she watching?
Get the hell out of there.
This is not gonna end well, is it? Oh, Christ! She in way over her head. Ooh, foot chest! Yeah, this is a way in over your head kind of scenario. Oh.
Crazy.
Ooh. He's gone. Hey, at least you're reunited. Hug. No hug. Okay.
I don't need you to be a hero. Nobody does. I've got it covered.
Do you though?
Your mother's looking for you.
There's a reason
Call
why
her
they.
so I can get paid.
There's a reason why they say don't be a hero. Whereas she wants to, Jessica thinks that her strategy was botched from the start. Yeah, I knew that was... Cody never has it easy, does he? Oh boy. Is he giving him a taste of his own medicine? Why would you do that?
Dude, have a seat. Sit down.
What's in your head?
All right, man. Elevate.
Because it's not your brain.
I have an instinct for idiocy.
Is that good or bad?
No, don't care.
Who says something happened?
Something always happens. Everything is terrible. Optimism is a lie. Expect the worst.
Jesus. Thanks for the pep talk.
It's reality. I accept it and proceed
From the
accordingly.
parties?
Too low expectations.
Ship.
What the hell are you doing? I'll go and you stay and enjoy your turd.
He just doesn't like that, does he?
Thanks for the imagery.
Okay. So imagine a 2-to-1-to-1 ratio. You're not gonna injure me, are you?
I don't know.
I'll roll the dice.
You rolled a natural 1. Your penis is done. Come on.
Might be the upstairs kid.
He was gonna.
His dad,
He was gonna
that's
put
why
his
I get
burger
arguing.
sorry, in a
Don't
bun.
go away. Get him started.
You know what? I'm never gonna think of burgers the same way again. Okay?
up so late?
It's not Vito. Oh! 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 The fuck? Oh no! Pussy,
You know what
come
you're
on.
looking at.
Eric, no. Okay, I've got a theory. Yeah, help her out, oh my god, no!
You know exactly what to do.
I mean, this is
Get the bad guy.
rip his head off. I think that was Eric. Like, well, not the guy who stabbed Jessica, but I think this is all down to Eric or something like that. Like, I mean, I know she's pretty famous now, but it is very convenient that Eric just led Jessica back to her, well, Jessica led Eric to her den. Then moments later, before he was about to put his burger in her bun, I'm sorry. Yeah, she gets stabbed. So I think Eric has something to do with this. Because if not, I'll be surprised. But yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Eric was the bad person as well, because he's got such a charming characteristic. Like, straight off the bat, he's a really, really interesting character. And you want to have that intriguing character for a villain. Like, Kilgrave was very, very intriguing. And there was an intriguing story regarding Jessica's mother as well. So, and Netflix shows, when it comes to, like, villains and all of that for the Marvel Netflix universe, they're always very, very interesting villains. So I wouldn't be surprised if Eric was a villain. So, yeah. So, time to do the review again, because I did it initially, but it cut off halfway through, and I checked, and the file wasn't there, because all my storage was full, because I'm a klutz, and I didn't think to check the storage before recording. So, I'm thankful the episode recorded the entire, the camera recorded the entire reaction, otherwise, yikes. But yeah, with that said, I do expect the person who stabbed Jessica to be working alongside Eric in some capacity, because it is very convenient how Eric did get led to Jessica's den. And then moments later, one person just thinks to attack Jessica, which is very impolite. But no, I have a feeling. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if, because Eric seems like a really, really fun character to delve into, because he came off, he was introduced really, really well, and had a very, very interesting character about him. So he captivated me straight away. So I wouldn't be mad if he was the villain. He might not be. It might be all just a total coincidence that that guy showed up moments after Eric was led to Jessica's place. But I don't think it is. But we'll just have to wait and see. All I know is that Eric is a very, very interesting character who likes his burger in a bun. Properly. No, honestly, it was a really, really great episode. I felt like the episode was paced really, really decently. I really enjoyed it, and I felt very, very captivated by the by the fact that we have all the characters, like, I guess all the main characters, they are all dealing with their own individual issues, whether it's heartbreaking like Hogarth's or it's conflicting like Malcolm's. All these characters are starting off with in a bit of a sticky predicament, because even if things look very, very optimistic, like Jessica, for example, I really loved the fact that we delved right into this season with Jessica becoming more of a notable hero, putting more commitment into the hero work, taking her mother's hopes into practice, and yeah, I really, really loved that. But she's also she does face her struggles, as well as that struggle to keep motivated and all of that. But she's been faithful to the hero work before, but she's now got more motivation to do so, because she's driven by what her mother saw in her. So she's got more of that burning desire to do something about it. But you know, this work that she does is never easy, and she does have the first part of this episode, when we saw her confront that guy at the beach, and it turns out the mother was the worst party, as Jessica experienced. Like, she was told, but it's the missus that's basically toxic, and Jessica found that out for herself. So yeah, and even the little kid didn't want to go back to the mother, and I can't blame her, to be fair. So yeah, but yeah, it was great seeing all these characters have their own problems as well. To start things off, Trish as well, thinking that she's thinking that she can handle all the world problems by herself. And I think we're going to go into this reckless direction with Trish. Like, she's trying the hero life, and she thinks that, okay, well, I can take the weight off your shoulders and I can be the hero. But I have a feeling if she were to capture the statue like she originally intended, because that would lead back to the assault, I feel like that would cause more problems than solve them. Like her plan to like Jessica even thought her plan to confront the guy, well, to activate the alarm thing, and yeah, her whole plan was a bit foolish. But Trish saw otherwise, and Trish was the one that was blaming Jessica. Trish thought that she was the one that screwed up. And I'm thinking that Trish is going to take this reckless approach, whereas, like, we're going to see a civil war break out between these two. And the seeds were already planted with that little squabble about, okay, well, you're wrong. No, you were the one that had a dodgy strategy to begin with. And I think that Trish is going to be in way over her head, and she's going to have this reckless way of trying to be the hero, where it's going to make her more villainous. So yeah, I see that happening. Like, she's going to have a reckless direction in trying to be the hero, and Jess has to put a stop to her. So I am very, very intrigued to see where Trish's story does go throughout this season. As well as Hogarth, like, I'm really, well, of course you're going to be concerned, but I'm really scared, because last season was heartbreaking to go into Hogarth's story, and it looks like this season is going to be even more heartbreaking, with her ALS getting worse, and she's contemplating the idea of euthanasia. I guess. She wants Jessica to put her out of her misery. Jessica, I understand, declined, and yeah, I don't blame Hogarth whatsoever. This is scary, and Hogarth, I always see Hogarth as a confident woman who is who you don't want to mess with, basically. Even Malcolm like had to approach her with caution when he was concerned about his own his own predicament. Before I choke myself there. But yeah, this is breaking Hogarth, and you would not like it's just scary to think of living this life in constant pain and all of that. And I can't blame her whatsoever, but I can't also blame Jessica for refusing to kill her in a peaceful way as well. So yeah, but yeah, I felt so bad for Hogarth a lot in the first part of her story, and then we got to the second part where she was reunited with someone that she did previously love. I do think that Hogarth's story is going to be more about living life that, like, you have that saying, live life as if it was your last, and with time not faring well for Hogarth, I feel like we're going to see a lot of that during this season, as well as her leaving a best impression for, because I do think she will die by the end of the season, and hopefully in a way that is comfortable for her. And I would not. It was heartbreaking seeing Hogarth try to get out of bed, and she struggled. So I hope that her end is not as painful. It's going to get worse, I imagine, the ALS throughout this season, but I do hope she does have a peaceful end. Malcolm as well was, like I said, in his own predicament, because whilst he was tasked on protecting Cody, because he would just eat the innocents alive and all of that, and he was out of control, he had a point of vigilantism where he took out Cody, not killed him, but took him out enough to the point where he can't harm others again, which I thought was really, really great. Like, he was struggling to, like, he had that struggle with Hogarth, and he didn't think this like protecting that Cody person was right, especially with how dangerous he was. Like, you put a drunk on the road again, and it does make you question, what are we doing? So I really, really loved that conflict from Malcolm in this episode. But yeah, I can't wait to see how the future of this season does go. It ended on dramatic fashion with Jessica being stabbed, of course, which, like I said, I still think it's all down to that Eric person, but we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, like I said, it could be a complete coincidence. I don't think it is, but we'll just have to wait. But the story was just well done. The quality of the entire episode just felt real. I felt like I enjoyed this more than the season 2 opener, where I felt like the season 2 opener was just slowly putting the pieces there. The season 3 opener just was really, really good to look into all the characters and their issues, to see Jessica take a more heroic life, and she's now more recognizable. But it is great to see her become more of a hero, and whereas she does not just that, but Alias Investigations, sick. It's getting improved and all of that, so I really, really love that. But yeah, whereas like it can be taxing on her mind at times, it is really, really good to see that she is that she is branching out a bit further, and she's making more of a name of herself, especially after her mother saw the good in her and how much she can do. She's taking her words into practice, and it seems like she's doing a bit of a stellar job at the minute. So yeah, but I think Jessica's gonna realize, this is why I'm thinking it might be a complete coincidence, but I wouldn't be like totally upset if Eric turns out to be a piece of shit. But with this hero life, especially if you're not masked and all of that and your identity is out there, there could come ramifications. I mean, look at, like, all the times that Spider-Man, for example, has decided not to tell whoever he's with, whether it's Gwen or whether it's MJ, that, like all the times he's gone through that cycle of not telling, it's because of protection. And she's got a bit of a target. She'll have a bit of a target on her back, so it could be a targeted assault. I'm just thinking it might be like Erica's timing and all of that, but also he didn't seem to check up on her, like, but maybe he didn't need to. Maybe he wanted to mind his own business and all of that, I guess. Like, it could just be a private discussion, and Eric's like, well, I know better than to not just get involved in all of that. He does have a very, very charming character with very, very deep... He likes to go very, very deep, doesn't he? And I really, really am intrigued with his character, and we've just gotten to know a bit about him, I feel. So yeah, I thought like his introduction was done solidly. But yeah, throughout this story, it was just really, really good. They handled quite a bit in about 50 minutes, and it was done perfectly, I felt. It was just really, really good to get back into the groove. And yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!